What is up, guys? Today, I want to have a little bit of a discussion. Been on fire, both being 4-0 in their four games post trade deadline, and both had extremely impressive wins in the first game back from the All Star break. They managed to acquire some great pieces at the trade deadline, having one trade between each other, with PJ Washington being sent to the Dallas Mavericks for Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a first round pick. So I really like this trade for both teams as PJ Washington is definitely good, but he's not really fitting their timeline. He's a little bit older. He's more of a win now type of player who don't think will develop with the team as they move forward. But we have Grant Williams, who I really like. He's much more of a he's really good defensively, and he didn't really work out in Dallas, as he was pretty efficient, only shot 41% from the field. But so far, coming off the bench for Charlotte, he's averaged 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists, which is actually insane for him, taking 7 threes a game and shooting 43% of them. He's looked really elite, and I'm really excited to see what he can do. He's definitely going to make this team a lot better, I'd say, because he can play good defense. He's a key rotational piece at this point, and I feel like he's a really good glue guy. He can do a lot at everything you want. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick, but um, sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird. They got the Hornets also got Davis Bertans, who I personally really like. Is he plays around 11 minutes per game as the ninth man on this team, and is shooting 44% from three in the field, hit it, hitting 6 points per game. I really think he's a pretty solid player on this team. I do think he's a little bit underrated at this point. He's a pretty bad contract, but he's definitely a good depth piece for this team, along with Seth Curry, who's also been pretty solid in his return, shooting 53% from the field and 10 points. He's been really good, but the main player who they got in the trade deadline, the Hornets did, is Trey Mann, who's been absolutely elite, shooting 50% from three and 47% from the field goal at 14 points per game and 7 and 7, which is really good with the assists and pretty solid on the defensive end too. He's looked really good in his first actual real role. He played a decent bit in his rookie season where he was a solid player but pretty inefficient. But this these 4 games, although it's a small sample size, it's been really good. He's still pretty young. He's only 20. He just turned 23. He has so much potential. I'm really excited to see how he'll do on this team if they can, especially if they can manage to trade away Miles Bridges because he needs off the team. I really like the Charlotte Hornets. Their potential. They also have a lot of young talent such as Brandon Miller, Lamelo Ball, and Markin Williams. Are all elite young talent. But on the Maverick side of the things, I really like them acquiring Daniel Gafford from the Wizards. He's a great defensive player. He's averaging efficient double double. He's looking like a very lockdown defender. And he's also a really solid free throw shooter, which is pretty good for like a big that doesn't have a jump shot. Currently, he's shooting over the season, shooting 72% from the free throw line compared to Derek Lively, who is around 50% from the free throw line, which isn't great. So I think that's going to be definitely a benefit if he gets fouled. He also does take a decent bit of free throws, so that's really interesting for him. I really like him as a player. I think he's going to be one of the bigger players on this team. And I think he was one of the better players in Washington. And considering they didn't have to give up a first for him is really impressive. I really like how this team did at the trade deadline. The Mavericks, they solved a lot of their issues. They got rid of Grant Williams, who wasn't playing so well for them. They got PJ Washington, who's a pretty stellar offensive player. He's averaging 10 for them right now. This team is just really solid. I really like both these teams, and this is looking really good. I think this team has a lot of potential to go far. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye bye.